One more. There you go. Oh, they changed how they do things now. Oh. It like auto flicks to the analytics now. Interesting. Howdy howlers, it's Sako Toomey, also known as Cassvoid. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things, and my cats are fighting on the table. Playing? Fighting? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. My cats are freaking out. Hey, okay, weird, and Seven Moves, and ADHD writer, and Stephanie Whitson writes. It is so good to see you guys. Let's write a story, man. It's gonna be fun. I have a rough concept, but I don't. I have an extremely rough ending, but I don't know what else I'm doing with it. Hey yo, Mercer. Morning, hot chocolate. I'm having my evening drink. What's up, fellow writing weirdos? Hi, BC Brown. Oh. Okay. One of the few people who can tear me away from a solo Dolly Parton karaoke session. Oh my goodness, really? I feel honored because Dolly Parton is amazing and so are her songs, and I can totally see. So, okay, weirdo writes. Does that mean that you're going to join us for our August karaoke thing? And sing Dolly Parton? Is that a thing? Well, you don't gotta. My cat keeps covering my light. Hey, get off get off. You should be able to. Okay. Well, if you get a wild hair up your ass, you are welcome to join us. For we would totally listen to Dolly Parton karaoke's. It would be great. Okay. Who am I? What's going on here? I started a. Let's see here. This thing and this thing. So I can't see the comments. Maybe there's a way I can figure this out. There's got to be a way I can figure this out. Boop, 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 boop. I would love to check this message. Let's check it on our phone. We did not pick a day. We said we would, and we haven't. Okay, weird. We really love your choice in music. Loaded up Skyrim save, and there was a dragon attacking the town. Lol. Okay, so I have no idea what I'm going to call it. Maybe I'll call it the Halloween party or something. I'm going to use the MC from my debut novel just to get people hype about my writing style as Panda and uh, and for the novel that's coming out in September. Except for those of you who are patrons, you will get it before the end of the week. Hi, Devin! Now it's a stream party. Now it's a stream party. Alright, so we have her flaw, which I think is going to be her reliance on technology for her magics. And then I gotta think about the end of the story. A story is a journey to overcome a flaw. If you know your character's flaw, you know the lesson that must be learned at the end of the book. The end of your story might be the opposite of the flaw or the flaw mastered. So I think it should be the opposite of the flaw. I think she should have to use her brain and her hands and mundane things instead of technology. All right. Think about your character's external goal. I think she should survival. Survival is the goal. This is going to be a survival. Hi, doll. So good to see you. We're going to write a short story. It's going to be fun. Well, we're going to outline a short story, and then on Saturday I'm going to write it. I'm going to try and write it in one sitting. That's my goal. Probably 3,000 words to 10,000 words, I hope. Something like that. The last short story I wrote was 8,000 words, and that I feel good about that. All right, let's move along. My antagonist, I think vampires are throwing a Halloween party, and they happen to be neighbors of Panda in McLean, Virginia, which is like State Department land. So it's like a mansion, basically. So it's a big house. There's going to be lots of people. Easy to overlook things. So vampires. Think about the character's ally. I think there should be a little girl who is a blood doll. I thought about a ghoul, but I think a blood doll would be better. She is hardly an ally, as the vampires have selected Panda for siring and not the little girl, so she gets bitter. Bitter, 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 bitter. A blood doll is someone who is regularly fed on. Oh, there's too many T's there. There we go. You guys can hear me okay, right? All right. So my theme, I think it should look like parental abuse from the outside. So it looks like the little girl is being abused. Okay, cool. Good, good. Cool. And her reliance on technology, I think we can all kind of like, I think these vampires will be in an anachronistic house with anachronistic vampires. All right, think about your plot. All right, what sets the stage? So ideally address either your character flaw or the theme. So I love this website so much to really help build a story. Yeah, I'm really excited actually. So I thought I would use it to plan a short story. I hope. It says it's going to use the hero's journey, I think. So it might be longer than I was expecting, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. What boots your character out of every day? Those people are vampires. What makes your character seek his goal? Yeah, storyplanner.com. The Take Off Your Pants outline. I'm using the Take Off Your Pants outline. I'm hoping it will make my job outlining and stuff a lot easier, a lot quicker. If your character hasn't yet displayed his flaw to the reader, how will you make it known? She's made, I think when she walks in, they are collecting phones and keys. So she can't call for help, she can't run. She can't leave. So what will your character do on his first attempt to reach their external goal? So what is the first thing that Panda does once she decides that she needs to get out of the house? She's gonna try and sneak out the back door. She's gonna try and get her keys. Maybe she's gonna try and get her keys. Try and get her keys from the basket. Keys and phone. Is she the type to try to politely excuse herself or bolt? She would rather just leave. She will not politely excuse herself. She's not that sort. So she's gonna try, because she just got there, right? She's got enough life and enough matter and enough prime. Okay, no problem, doll. We'll be here when you get back. She's got enough of magic, types of magic that all these alarm bells are going off when she looks at these people, and basically they have neon signs over them that say "Vampire here, Vampire here." So, as far as her as a witch, right? As a techno witch, as a virtual adept. What scene will show your antagonist's opposition to your character? Okay, so they have to use some kind of magical or vampire discipline to show that they are not normal people and that she is out of her depth. So they've got to be old enough, let's say 7th or 8th generation. Vampires from France. use presence to stop her. She has mind enough to be immune, and the vampires are surprised. I know that sounded like Greek. Presence is like the ability to draw attention to yourself, and you can inspire awe, you can inspire fear, you can inspire desire. So I think they should try to use these skills on her. She turns out to be she recognizes that this power is being used on her. She counters it, and the vampires are like, really? Oh, really? Oh, really? So maybe it'll be... I now want to do a whole bunch of short stories taking place in my urban fantasy world. You should. Super fun. Oh, what happens to thwart your character when he tries to reach his goal? Well, that's the same thing, right? Okay, so hold on. I think she... The vampires have to subtly joke about, or not even subtly, they basically say, you know, Happy Halloween, we're gonna... They're in full vampire regalia, they look great. And it's a costume contest, right? That's a great idea, Mercer. I've tinkered with doing shorts in my urban fantasy world. Nothing that is published yet, but fun asides that I could easily clean up and put out for fans. Yeah. Maybe I should put them out for patrons. Ooh, that's a good idea. We'd love that. Hi, Izzy. Just got in. I was swimming and chasing down my cat since he got into the neighbor's yard. Jeez. Well, I'm glad you could make it. We're writing a short story. We're outlining it anyway. So, vampires joke about a bloodbath. Panda can sense that they are vampires. That sounds awesome, and I'm definitely going to do it now. Yeah. Yeah, you should. It's gonna be awesome. Because fan fiction is basically what I'm doing right now. What can you do to show your character's flaw again? Your character will not yet be aware that the flaw is the real issue. Oh. But as the story progresses, he will become aware. So she wants to use the TV or the home security system. I am using storyplanner.com. I am using the Take Off Your Pants outline. I've never heard of the Take Off Your Pants outline, so I am experimenting with it now. She wants to use the TV or the home security or something, but no such technology in the house. So the house is super archaic. There's no technology. Everything is unplugged. There's no reception. There's no... Not that it matters because she can't get at her phone, right? And even so, she's a witch, so she could get reception even though there's not supposed to be reception. but no such technology in the house. Okay, so new drive for the goal. Describe a new plan. Okay, so she can't go after the keys. So maybe she goes for the door and abandons her. No, she's still gonna want her phone. She's still gonna want her phone. So she. She tries to get her phone. Vampires use presents to stop her. So she gets distracted by them doing a speech and then realizes that a discipline is being used on her in order to make her look. So now that she's immune, maybe she needs to hatch a new plan. So she doesn't go up the stairs. Instead, she goes to the basement. And hopes for a back door to escape through. The antagonist attacks! What does the antagonist do to surprise your character and make things worse? Teleport to stop her and ask her what she's doing or where she's going. Your character should fail. What is the result of the antagonist's attacks? She is shook. Because old vampires are scary as fuck. The goal seems out of reach. Your character must find a new goal or focus on a different aspect of the external goal. There is a little blood doll girl, probably 8 or 9 years old, and she focuses on rescuing the little girl. The ally. What does your character's ally do to make your character see his flaw and know it needs fixing? These kind of vampires own the house. So it's not like they can be, yeah. They own, if it's their house, that doesn't count. What does your ally do to make your character see his flaw and know it needs fixing? Maybe the little girl doesn't know about technology? Oh, okay, we're actually pretty close to the end. Alright. What does your character ally do to make your character see his flaw and know it needs fixing? She the little girl tells Panda to unplug in not so many words, as Panda wants access to her computer slash phone, whatever, and no such device is in the girl's possession. English, I know it. Okay, so now realizes what you must do in a final drive to win. How can you show your character's awakening with the changed state? So if she, let's see here, she needs to overcome her addiction to technology and finally come up with a plan to get her and the little girl out. And maybe the other people at the party. I don't know. She... Son of a bitch. This is hard. What happens when your character faces the antagonist in the final showdown? Character now realizes what he must do to win. So she can't go out the back door. Maybe she can try to go out a window? No. Maybe she can go out the front door. And the vampires are like, well, you don't have any keys. And Panda's like, well, I can jumpstart a car, so yeah. Or hotwire a car. And then we can do like a car chase thing where the vampire's on the car and she's gotta get the vampire off the car. No, that's silly. That's preposterous. Okay, so what does the final battle look like? The final battle should look like the little girl getting revenge against her masters by burning down the house. So is that... What happens when your character faces the antagonist? She helps the little girl burn down the house with the vampires inside. What dies here is the character flaw. character kills off his old self. What happens here to show that your character is different? She flees without her phone. And it is destroyed in the fire. What happens in the final scenes to show whether your character is won or lost his external goal, or to reveal the theme of your story? The question becomes, what happens? She runs out the front door. The easiest solution is often the last thing we think of. Question about her getting out of the house. If it's really old vampires who own the house, do they bother to have indoor plumbing? Is the kitchen up to date? No and no. There would not be indoor plumbing. There would not be a kitchen. Well, there will probably be a kitchen, but it's probably ancient and probably hasn't been used in hundreds of years. Probably. Right? So maybe the focus is on the rescuing human technology. Well, there's no technology. All right, we'll run out the front door. Or maybe if she helps the little girl, vampires don't use the bathroom. If she's helping the little girl burn down the house, the little girl shows Panda how to use the stove. Yeah, vampires don't eat and therefore don't shit. Yeah, exactly. And presence hypnotizes or attracts humans invited, so their typical red flags wouldn't be going off. Right, exactly. Except for pandas, because she can tell that they're vampires. And she can tell that a power is being used on her. So, and once she realizes a power is being used on her, she can become immune to it. So, if we... What have I done? There we go. Boop. She helps the little girl burn down the house with the vampires inside. The phone is destroyed in the fire. The people are fleeing the house. The vampires burn or are on fire and burn on the lawn. Panda decides she doesn't want kids and no. That's silly. I only suggested the bathroom to see if she could get out of a window there. There would be a powder room, but I don't suspect there would be plumbing. They probably don't pay a water bill. This is a short story. It's not like I'm... So there's a big part of this missing. So if... Yeah, they don't have laundry or dishes or anything. Yeah, wouldn't the vampires lock everyone inside? Yes, they would! Yes. Yes, they would. Weird. I go down strange domino paths that potentially end up being entirely irrelevant to the actual story. So I think if she were to go out a window, she would still end up in the yard and would still be trapped on the grounds. So maybe she checks the front door first. Check the front door first. It is locked with a key. So even if she gets her keys, it's a moot point, right? Okay, so it is obvious that there is some kind of parental abuse happening. So she... would that be... No, this is not working. The... Is there another vamp outside patrolling the grounds? No, maybe. Or maybe they have some vampires chilling outside before she goes in, so that would definitely limit her exit strategy. Strategy. There we go. I like the idea of there being guards. So, the she should fail here. Okay, so instead of going to the basement, goes into the bathroom. No water. There is a window in a vampy house. So she squeezes it out, but there are ghouls or vampires guarding the grounds. Hi. I am streaming the idea of making this story. I can mute myself real quick. Okay. I'm so close to being done. Like, just gonna figure this shit out. Alright. So she tries, the grounds are also fenced in. So teleport to stop and ask her where she's going. She is dragged back inside. Yeah? Maybe? Okay, so she's got to come up with a plan where she gonna burn the house down. Could this be where the vampires figure out she's immune? I don't think the vampires should figure out she's immune. If they figure out she's immune, they would do so while they're giving the speech. And then be surprised and be like, oh shit. Okay, so... Oh, cool. I'm being invited. Hi, Raven. Just stopping in before work. I just wish I could still get YouTube at work so I could stay and play, but they cut that off for bandwidth at the beginning of the pandemic. Meh, boo. Well, I'll see you around. You can watch this on the replay, maybe. You can watch me struggle to fill this thing out. Alright, build my outline. Now build my plot. Let's preview. Okay. I have a rough outline, it looks like, and a rough plot ting thing, because I filled in all the things. So let's save it. Let's check our... This is a character arc outline. It's a short story outline. World building, world building. Best settings for your book. logline? Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's try this action. Do my things. Alright, so we got the Panda short story. We got Panda Tran. We need her to survive the night without technology. Her life and the lives of the party goers are at stake. The antagonists are two vampires. The reasons? Why is the problem happening? Vampires want to eat the peoples, but find out that she is a mage and want to keep her. Alright, build my logline. Panda Tran is trying to survive the night without technology. Alright. Or her life and the lives of the partygoers are at stake will happen. Or two vampires is trying to stop them. This is like weird. I did not answer these questions properly. That reminds me, I have to upload my Lovecraftian Samurai short story up to my Patreon. I keep meaning to do that, but I keep getting distracted. I feel you. I meant to post to my Patreon today, and it didn't work out that way. Alright, let's try a different logline thingy. Boop. Alright, Panda short story. McLean, Virginia, State Department land. Protagonist is Pandora Tran. The problem, she must survive the night. The antagonist, two vampires. The conflict, she must do so without technology. The goal, is to survive, right? So okay, so the problem is she must escape. And then she must survive. Okay, in McLean, Virginia, State Department land, Pandora Tran must escape, caused by two vampires, and faces without. Can I edit this? Is that a thing I can do? Pandora Tran must escape two vampires and Must do so without technology as they try to keep her for themselves. Wouldn't the goal be to escape the house? I did it the other way around, that the problem is that she must escape the house, and then the goal becomes she must survive. In McLean, Virginia State Department land, Pandora Tran must escape to... Gotta be able to get showered and dress for work. Good journey, do all the things I wouldn't do. You'll have more fun that way. If you don't do what I would do, and if you do, name it after me. Must escape 2 vampires and must do so without technology as they try to keep her for themselves. Okay, fine. Works for me. Alright. Oh, did it replace my outline? I'm confused. I'm so confused. I spent all that time on that outline. It didn't save it? My account. No. Edit profile. No. Alright. So... Hey, it said I had 7 days. Why is it telling me I have 5 now? That's lame. It's bullshit. Favorite plans? Okay, so if I have plans, where do I find them? Home? My story plans? It replaced my outline. All that time that I put into that outline and it replaced it. Maybe I can... Okay. Here's my thing. Save it. There we go. God, that scared the piss out of me. That spooked me a little bit. Alright. Alright, I have an outline for my thing on Saturday. I didn't lose it. I almost did. I was like, what the foo? Synopsis and outline. 1-page synopsis. One-page synopsis. 60 seconds and the bus will be here. I'll plan to help you describe your story simply and clearly in a quickly written synopsis. Okay, let's give it a shot. Panda's short story. Tell me about the start of the story. Pandora Tran is invited to a Halloween party by some new neighbors. She tried to order her costume on Amazon, and it did not show up in time. Okay, so she arrives at the party only to find out that the neighbors are vampires. I could have rewatched the video. Devin, you're so smart. I never would have thought of that. Holy crap. Oh, my eyes. Jeez. Alright. Are vampires. Then she must escape, but is thwarted at every turn. And then I don't like how this is going, but I do want like a quick little summary. Oh. Sometimes we know too much about our story and it becomes difficult to condense it into the short form. This plan is all about describing your story's key points fast. Imagine you're standing at a bus stop and someone asks you about your story. There isn't long to describe your plot before the bus arrives. If you keep to just 7 points, it will ensure you won't drift into describing unimportant backstory and subplots. Try not to overthink things. Let your subconscious mind describe your story swiftly. Hi, Lloyd. Nice to see you. She tries to escape, but is thwarted at every turn. It has been a long day. You are not kidding me, Lloyd. Holy crap. Why this thing? You are speaking the truth, sir. Okay, so she's thwarted at every turn, and then she meets a little girl who is a blood doll, and Panda long year, no kidding, suspect that the girl is being abused. I've only been up since 4:30 this afternoon, but the last 6 hours have taken a lot out of me. I took 2 naps today. I took 2 naps today. So she decides to rescue the little girl, and then they set the house on fire, and then the vampires die in the fire. Or meet their final death in the fire. Hi Sylvia, so good to see you. Preview. Quick little save. Okay, fine. Cool. Ooh, I can export this stuff. That's helpful. I feel like I have eyelashes in my eyes. That's a thing. I am gonna go AFK for a second. Oh, I don't have my screens with me. That's fine. You can look at my pretty wall thing. You can look at my pretty wall thing. Boop. I will be right back. AFK. I'll see you guys. I'll be in the chat. I'll be in the chat. Taking my phone with me. I'll be in the chat. I'll be right back. Ugh. Okay. Ooh. I am in a chatty, vaguely chatty mood. I'm in a vaguely chatty mood. Burp. So that's exciting. I have a rough outline for Saturday. Thank you guys for joining me. I think I'm gonna finish my drink and probably turn in for the night. That is, unless BC and I do a thing, which I kind of want to do a thing. I want to rub my eyes, but I have eyeliner on. It's ridiculous. Alright, I will catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys in the morning.